Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. Little bummed today because my mom has to put a cat to sleep, not by herself, okay? Just has to take a cat to the vet that we've had a very long time. I'll have to ask her exactly how long. It's kind of, there are funny parts to this, I suppose, but it's always sad when you lose a cat that or an animal that feels like a family member. His name is Ebenezer, and that's why it's sort of funny. It's like, okay, Ebenezer's going to die a few days before Christmas. The ghosts of Christmas past. Well, I don't know, but he's been suffering a while. He's been. Here's what my mom does. When I've told you guys about how she handles cats and helps reduce feral cat colonies. And by the way, I shaved, and I don't like it. It shows my double chin more. I don't know. For the few people who watch this, if you want to give me some feedback on whether this looks better to you or worse, I don't know, but I rarely shave. Maybe that'll be my little homage to the cat, Ebenezer. We call him Ebby for short. Cute little tabby, classic tabby looks, the tabby face with the little red nose, but has been suffering. Like I said, his kidneys are failing. This often happens to cats, and so it's been a rough couple weeks, and it's also hard for my mom because he'll look terrible one day and the next day he'll look almost fine, but he's very, very thin. Logan and I went in to pet him last night. He'd curled up under a blanket because that's what he's already pretty reclusive, but he's even more reclusive right now. Actually, it's not that bad. He used to be more reclusive, and he did kind of come out of his shell, and he's still kind of shy, but now he knows he's on his way out. I think animals often understand this. I've mentioned this before in past videos where my cat Wally just disappeared. I mean, we knew it was dying. Same thing, kidney issues, and he dealt with it for a while. And I'd have to put an IV. You scruff back beyond between the shoulder blades. You kind of scruff their skin up and slide that needle in there, and that can't feel good. And then they get fluids, and the fluids can build up. Like you kind of, I remember with Wally, we had to kind of push the fluids through the body, kind of massage the fluids into his body. It's a lot of fluids in a small animal, and so on the first round of these, Wally did fine, and he seemed like he was back. And then they're not going to operate on a cat or do a kidney replacement on a cat, so you kind of just deal with the symptoms and hope that maybe the kidney will heal, but it probably won't on its own. So you just try to give the cat fluids and do whatever you can to help the cat be comfortable. And hopefully that lasts a while. But not, with Wally, and I think this happened with Ebenezer as well. On the second time, you can just tell the cat's like, we're doing this again? Like, no, I'm done. And Wally lost a lot of weight. This cat, Ebenezer's lost even more weight. He's always been thin, especially lately, but he's just down to skin and bones. It was nice though because Logan and I went in there last night. Oh, what I was going to mention is he's in a separate room. My parents have like a little cottage house. Not even a house, it's just a room. It's a hot tub room. They go in there to hot tub. They keep their plants in there, their geraniums. Mom puts them back in there after they've been out all summer. My poinsettia's in there, which is doing amazing. The poinsettia bloomed again, which is, I don't know if I've ever seen a poinsettia bloom again, but I was killing it in here. It's too dry. So in that humid hot tub room, it's thrived, which is really cool. And the cats do really well. And there are two cats in there, Whiskers and Ebenezer, and they're just a couple old men, and they're just great. And I think they've been good companions for each other, which is helpful. I don't know what if Whiskers will do okay on his own or not, but hopefully he'll be all right in there. I don't know. My mom might bring him inside, and with her other two cats that are in the house, we'll just see. But they needed to be separate because they were. I'm going to call them semi-feral, and they just they probably weren't going to be a good mix with the other cats. So Ebenezer and Whiskers have been out there. That's also where my mom takes care of other cats from time to time, including our cat Lily that we're working on. She's still curled up in Logan's closet, and we pet her every day, and she's such a sweet thing. She's shy, but you put your hand in there and start petting her, she's purring almost instantly, and she loves it. And so it's nice that we're able to keep her in Logan's room, and it gives Logan some responsibility. He has to clean up after her, has to give her food and water, so that's good. But back to Ebenezer, last night we went out there, went to the hot tub room where he was, and Logan petted him for a really long time, and it was really, and it makes you feel good about the kind of kid you raised, where he really doesn't have to have any emotional attachment to this animal, but he does, and it's not just because it's a good cat and he's been he's been almost a family member, but it's because Logan has a good heart and knows that this cat maybe has this need to be petted for a long time before, before he has to go and be put down today, which happens in about an hour, hour and a half. I feel bad for my mom. It's always hard for her, especially, she has to deal sometimes with putting animals down that like have feline HIV or other health issues when she traps them from the colonies. Which is good though. It's good to get that stuff. If a cat has feline HIV or or feline tuberculosis or some sort of horrible disease, they need to their suffering needs to end, and plus you don't want that getting spread through a feral cat colony and possibly to strays and then possibly to house cats that are allowed to go outside. That can happen. So my mom's doing great work is what I'm trying to say, and I know I've said that a lot. I've dabbled it in. I think it's kind of funny that I just happen to have this here. I really didn't set this up, but I think this is perfect for today. The Catitude Cup. Toast to you, Ebby. I don't know how to fill another 3.5 minutes except just to say that I really am happy with Logan, how he helped, just helped another being feel better for 20 to 30 minutes last night. And he was, like I say, he didn't cry, but he was very emotional about it. We hugged, and I almost started crying because I think about, uh, I think sometimes animal deaths make you think about human deaths. And like I've told you guys this year, it's been really, really not good for the people. I've lost so many people, so many friends. My father's dying. There's no question about that. And I felt bad because we argued last night. And when we argue, he suffers. He can't breathe. His lungs are at like 10% capacity, and I just don't have the control to deal with the disrespect that I get from him. And that's my problem. That's something where I just got to go, you know what? You've eaten it your whole life. You might as well eat it of whatever X amount of days, months, years, whatever Joe Corelli has left. Just suck it up and take his insults, whether they're backhanded or forehanded, and just try to get through this and be there for him. Because in the end, he is like this cat. He is suffering, he's dying, and he knows it. And so I got to try to do better with that. Yeah, I don't have too much else to say about this cat. I will take his picture and put it on the thumbnail of the video, and we'll get back to Christmas videos. I fell behind. I didn't watch a movie last night, so I will watch. I got to watch two today, and Logan said he's down with that. We also got some Christmas shopping to do. So today will be a busy day. My mom and I might do lunch. We might do West Side Story. We might put it off till next week. But this is where also I get very thankful and appreciative that I have a great life. I get to have these. I get 18 days off of work. That's a big deal. A lot of guys my age don't get that. A lot do, but I'd say most 54-year-olds probably just don't get 18 days off. No, they can go back to work to a job they love. Job doesn't pay great, but it's fine. And I'm in a good situation here where I don't have to pay a lot of rent. I'm near my parents, which is great. The two parents I get along with. The third parent, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, isn't great, but I'm not too far away from him. I'm about 15 minutes away. But I got very emotional last night thinking about this cat and the parallels to my father. And, I'm just got to try to do better. That's all you can do in this life is keep trying to do better. Ebenezer, this is to you. Raise another glass to you and say, I hope you had a good life as a cat in my mom's care. In fact, I'm not even going to say I hope. I know you did, because my mom's really good at this. And he was very comfortable for a great many years. I don't know how old he is. He looks old. I'm guessing he's in his teens. But I'm going to go give him one last pet here in a minute. I'll have Logan do that too, and we'll wish him a painless journey to wherever he ends up. If there's a cat heaven, I'm sure he would end up there. And that's about all I got. It's just Ebenezer on Christmas just struck me as kind of funny. but the whole situation's a little sad. And so I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll continue to have a good day. Ebenezer's the one with the really bad day, and my mom. So I love them, and I love my kids, and I love you guys. All right, I'm babbling. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.